We're always taught that a big salary is the golden ticket, right? The key to a great life. But what if I told you that's actually a pretty dangerous illusion? Today, we're going to tear down this idea, pulling insights from the classic book, The Millionaire Next Door. We're going to see why a massive paycheck and actual wealth are often two totally different things.
Does this sound at all familiar? Maybe it's you, maybe it's a friend. They land a killer job, the salary jumps to 200 grand a year, but a couple of years go by and not much has changed. They're still stressed about money, still waiting for that next deposit to hit. This isn't just a random story, it's a really common trap, and believe me, even the highest earners walk right into it.
So let's get right into the heart of this. Let's talk about what the book calls the income illusion. This is that fundamental mistake we all make, confusing the amount of money flowing in with real, solid financial strength.
And here is the number one villain in our story: lifestyle inflation. It's this sneaky, almost automatic habit of letting your spending expand to fill up your new, bigger income. That raise doesn't just mean more money in the bank. Nope. Suddenly, it means a bigger house is possible, a nicer car is a must-have, and those vacations just got a whole lot more expensive. Pretty soon, every single new dollar you earn has a job, and that job is to be spent immediately.
And this visualizes the trap perfectly. Look, the income bar goes up. Awesome. But then look at that spending bar. It's growing right along with it, almost like they're holding hands. And here's the key. There is no gap between them. That gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend, that is the only place where wealth gets built. When these two bars move in lockstep like this, your net worth is going absolutely nowhere.
The book has this brilliant term for people stuck in this cycle: income statement affluent. These are the people who, on the surface, look incredibly rich. They've got the fancy job title, the German car, the beautiful house in that perfect neighborhood. But if you look at their balance sheet, their actual net worth, it tells a completely different and often terrifying story. They're frequently just one layoff away from a total financial disaster.
Okay, so if income isn't the real way to keep score, what is? Well, it turns out there's a shockingly simple formula that just cuts through all the noise. It gives you a clear, brutally honest look at your financial health and reveals the one number that truly matters. And here it is. This little formula reveals everything. Just take your age, multiply that by your gross pre-tax annual income, and then divide that whole thing by 10. What's so powerful about this is it doesn't care about your job, your car, your Instagram posts. It just tells you, based on your age and income, what your net worth should be if you're doing a good job of building wealth.
Let's make this real. Imagine someone who's 40 years old earning $100,000 a year. You take 40, multiply it by 100,000, that's 4 million. Divide by 10, boom, their expected net worth is $400,000. It's such a simple benchmark, but it's incredibly powerful. Seriously, go ahead and run your own numbers. It might be a bit of a wake-up call, but it's one you need to have.
So based on that formula, the authors came up with two categories of people. If your actual net worth is way above what the formula says it should be, congratulations, you're a PAW, a prodigious accumulator of wealth. But if your net worth is significantly below that number, you're a UAW, an under-accumulator of wealth. And the really shocking part of their research, most high-income earners are actually UAWs.
I mean, just look at this breakdown. It says it all. You've got the high earner pulling in $250,000 a year, but their net worth is only $200,000. They are massively underperforming. And right next to them is the wealth builder, making a modest $70,000, but they've managed to build a net worth of $500,000. They are just quietly winning the game. The real scoreboard isn't your income, it's your net worth. It always has been.
So you have to ask, how does a high earner end up as an underaccumulator? Well, one of the most fascinating reasons the book discovered is something you would probably never guess: your address, your zip code.
Think about it. When you live in a really affluent neighborhood, spending a lot of money just becomes normal. It's the default setting. Everybody's leasing new luxury cars, going on these crazy vacations, renovating their kitchens. The social pressure to keep up is relentless. You wind up in this unspoken spending competition with your neighbors who, by the way, are probably income statement affluent themselves, which means they look rich but are secretly drowning in debt. It is a game that is impossible to win.
Okay, that's enough about the problem. We figured out what's going on, we've got the formula, we've identified the trap, so what are we supposed to do about it? Let's get really practical here with a simple 3-step plan to start building real wealth right now.
All right, step 1, calculate that number using the formula. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. Figure out where you stand. Are you a PA or a UAW?
Step 2. Audit your lifestyle. Seriously, look back at your last pay raise. Where did that extra money actually go? Follow the trail and see how much your lifestyle inflated. And finally, step 3, and this is the most important one. Change your focus completely. Stop obsessing about earning more and start obsessing about keeping more. Your savings rate is infinitely more important than your salary.
And that really is the big takeaway here. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Your income, that's just the raw material. It's not the final product. Real, lasting wealth, the kind that gives you freedom, is built in that quiet little gap between what you earn and what you spend. The question is, how wide can you make that gap? Because that's where your entire financial future is going to be built.